I purchased one of these expandable hoses about 5-6 months ago, and it sprung a leak. So I'm pretty sure you've purchased one of these hoses before. They tell you to empty out the hose before you turn it off, and I did that, but it still sprung a leak. Maybe something bit the hose, but anyways, if you have one of these, you can possibly cut it short by cutting it in half where the leak is and reattaching it to one of the ends, and then you can use it as a shorter hose if you want to. It's a little effort. What I learned is reattaching it to one of the ends, you need a good tool to take it apart and then put it back on. I ended up breaking off the little clamp, and I used little ties. I think zip ties might work, but who knows? You just need to tie it down not enough where it will prevent the hose from expanding too much at the end. So you can watch my video. It's pretty amateurish. So the way it used to be is it used to be attached like this. I'll just pop it in anyways. So this is the way it used to be connected, and this was attached onto here. Like this, and then this was pulled over it. Let's see if I can pull it over. Just a matter of sliding it through. So originally your connector is like this for your hose. When you pull it out from over here, you lift this out. It'll look something like this. Final note, it's still leaking off the connector here, so I didn't do a great job. Like I said, I might need to cut it off again because of that bubble. You can see it's leaking over here, but at least I have something that's working for now until it breaks again. It'll look like this, where this is the clamp that holds it on. Using a screwdriver, I was able to make it big enough to pull out. Then you have this. So what this thing does is, this is just basically a balloon inside. This makes sure that the balloon doesn't blow up too much and blow up in your face. So pulling it out, it's just a matter of you reattaching this, pulling this back up, and then clamping it with something. I've damaged this, so instead I'm going to use some of these ties. You could probably use a zip tie or something that's thin enough that'll let you pull it through. So I'm going to go get the other end. So this is the other end I've cut off. You can see it shoots perfectly fine without any water coming out. But while I was testing it, I didn't cover it with this piece, and so it blew up like a balloon, and so it's a little damaged. I'm going to cut it off here, just with some scissors. Just like this. That's it. And then I need to pull it out again. So I have all these pieces here. First thing I need to do is I first put this back in first. Otherwise, if you don't, there's no way to put it in. You'll probably need something to push the material in. So I have here a little paper clip, but screwdriver works a lot better. Just make sure not to puncture the blue balloon inside. So I'm just trying to get that through so I can pull it out. So once you pull it out, now you can lift it in. So again, it's over here, so I can connect it to this. I need to reconnect this thing back in. And you can just push it in like this. It's nothing fancy. You can just slide it in. See how I'm sliding in right now. Slide it in all the way to the very end. You can see it's pretty easy peasy. Get as far as you can get. Once it's in all the way, you have to pull this part in, because remember, this is going to act as a constricting, as something to constrict the balloon from popping. So now I can't reuse this. Instead, I'm going to use these ties. To tie this down. Nothing fancy. Tie this down. If you can find better, thinner clamps, go ahead and do that. Then put this down and try to slide this through. You'll have to pull this in like this to slide it through. So slide it through if you can, as far as you can. You can see that it's a little too big, so able to slide it a little bit through. Let's see how well this works, okay? Turning on the hose. So far not too bad. It's not leaking too much over here. And you can see that's how I sort of fix my expandable hose. It just means I have to cut it to make it shorter, but at least I have something working now. And that's it. Just wanted to show you what I did. Now I don't have to spend $15, $20, or $30 on a hose. I'll just use this a little bit longer. So this is my hose, which I cut in two, and then I reattached. These one of these extending hoses. It's been a few weeks now, and the hose still works fine after reattaching it. So you can see using it. So I was able to save myself $10, $15 by cutting the hose where it leaked and reattaching it. Hopefully it lasts longer than a month, and I can use it for the rest of this year at least.